I've been a freelance video editor for 2 years now, and these are my 5 biggest mistakes that I wish I could have avoided when I started my journey. My first mistake was wanting to learn more complex stuff before I knew the basics. So for example, I was trying to learn After Effects before I even knew the basics on how to use Premiere Pro. And I do think a lot of beginners make this mistake. They see a pro editor in Twitter, for example, having all these 3D elements and motion graphics and whatnot, and they're thinking that I need to get to the same level instantly. But the difference is that the guy who is making the motion graphics and all these complex After Effects things, he has 5 years under his belt on video editing, and you only have 2 weeks. So like in all things in life, you can't expect to be a pro instantly. You have to learn the basics and slowly continue grinding towards the more complex stuff. And my second mistake was pricing myself way too low.
And there's no money in here!
And obviously when you're starting out, you have to have low prices or even work for free to get the ball rolling. However though, at some point you have to raise your prices, because when your skills are increasing, so should be your pay. So the thing that worked for me was slowly raising my prices when a new client wanted something edited. This meant that I would increase my original price that I was asking from my older clients just a little bit and see if the new client agreed. And usually they did.
Budget approved!
And I think most people, me included, are scared to increase their prices. You're scared that you're gonna lose your clients, you're scared that they're not gonna work with you anymore, and you're scared that they're gonna go to your competitors. And when you increase your prices, you're going to lose some clients. But trust me, those clients that are gonna drop you because you raise your prices a little bit are not the clients that you're looking for in the first place. So in conclusion, don't be afraid to lose clients. Remember to raise your prices when your skill increases. And thirdly, remember that there's so many more people that are willing to buy your services. You just have to find them. And now on to my third mistake, and that is not marketing myself at all. All I did was send cold emails to like 40 people and hope for the best. And it did work to some extent. Like I made my first clients just by sending cold emails to content creators and other companies. However though, you have to make content yourself as well, because if you don't market yourself, you're always gonna be stuck just finding the next client all the time. Instead, make the clients come to you. So how do you market yourself as a video editor? You make content to YouTube, make content to TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, pick your platform. But don't go all in on all of these, just pick like 1 or 2 and focus on those. When making content yourself, you can easily showcase your skills, and you also build trust and brand when people are looking for a video editor. Because if you have no followers or nobody knows you, it's a little bit hard to trust you as a video editor, right? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good of a video editor you are if you don't market yourself, because nobody knows about you. And my fourth mistake was working way too much without taking days off. This goes back to the times when I had my prices way too low and I was working sometimes 7 days a week. I remember one time I was working on this video that had like 4 different camera angles and like 4 or 5 different microphones, and the raw footage was around 2 hours long, so a super long YouTube video. I had like a really tight deadline for this, so I was working 7 days a week and I was working for multiple hours a day to get this one done. And I remember when I was editing that video, I was so stressed out, I was so miserable, and I was just thinking to myself that I can actually do better than this. Like there's no way I'm working 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like I have to take breaks, I have to find better clients, and that's what I did. Because you can't work all the time without taking days off, you're gonna burn out and you're gonna lose your mental health real quick. And my fifth mistake was not niching down to a specific style. In the beginning I was doing long form, I was doing short form, I was doing all the editing styles that I could do, and at some point I realized that I have to be an expert on one field in video editing, and I choose that to be short form. What I realized was that I could edit multiple short form videos a day compared to one long form video that actually paid me a lot less than those short form videos did. And by niching down in short form content and expertising it, I was able to charge more and more clients were coming in for me. People really like when you're an expert in your field and you have a lot of knowledge and you can bring value to them. So those were my mistakes. If you enjoy video editing and content creation, remember to subscribe and like.